Before I'm going to Sweden next week, here comes a little special episode. What up, my friends? I hope you guys are doing well. In the end of last episode, after I got home from Amsterdam, I was touching on the topic what work means to me and what kind of struggles I had the last couple of weeks, and that I had a pretty strong life lesson. So after uploading the last episode and checking the comments the next day, I was super happy about the feedback you guys gave me.
I'm always getting super excited on honest feedback.
But I want to get into one specific comment from Luke. Luke pretty much asked me about the stuff in my life that's getting in the way, especially the stuff others can relate to. And so I was sitting there on Saturday thinking about what I can do in this episode. The last 2 weeks went by pretty quick. I didn't really manage to go out and film something cool. I was sitting here at my little workstation, finished my regular work, and then spent pretty much all of my time on research what's happening in the cryptocurrency space these days. Anyways, on Saturday, I was watching a video of Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, and his brother, sitting there at the conference talking for about an hour about how they grew up and what made a difference in their lives. And Jeff had a pretty interesting point I could really relate to.
You can choose a life of ease and comfort, or you can choose a life of service and adventure. And when you're 80, which one of those things do you think you're going to be more proud of? You're going to be more proud of having chosen a life of service and adventure.
And that was the point I realized, alright, even if we're not a big community here now, with around 600 people, this is always something worth making a video, giving value to you guys. So let me share my personal experiences on this real quick. Not like that I want you to do things like this or that, just to maybe give you a little hint on how I did things and still do things. So back when I was about 17, I stumbled across a book that was called The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. And at that time I've never read a book by myself, really. I hated books. But because of the influence of my dad, he has always been a very materialistic guy. I always dreamed of having my own Audi R8 back in the days. The Audi R8 might not be that important until today, but that was a real changing point for 17-year-old Frank, sitting there and holding this book in his hands. So I knew I needed to start learning about how my brain works and why some people are living the craziest lives and other people pretty much never accomplish anything. And then I thought, well, if I ever want to achieve something that big, that I can really buy myself such a car, I need to start learning about how I can accomplish these bigger things and kind of develop the right mindset. And that's pretty much what the book is all about, how your mindset affects the things that happen in your life regarding your health, wealth, love and happiness. That was a huge shift in my life when I decided to put everything into action the book taught me. I started working on all these habits and connections in my brain that always told me a whole lot of shitty things, and started reading more and more and more. And with about $300 on my bank account, I started my own little online store selling t-shirts with 18 back in the days, 2014. And then I stopped the shop 2 years ago and started helping out other people with the knowledge and online marketing I collected over the past 2 years, running my own agency now, having the ability to work from everywhere in the world if I'd wanted to. And you know, I still feel like everything I do is in its infancy. I'm kind of just starting out. I understand now what it takes to accomplish things, and you know, I'm a happy person. I still read a lot every day. I have skateboarding in my life, there's YouTube, and there are all these opportunities every day. What I want to say is that 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do instead of the things you did do. And all that pretty much started with always taking the stairs instead of the elevator, trying to get out of my comfort zone, and that turned into the habit of doing my work even if I really don't want it to. that it really takes a lot of effort to create the right structures and connections in your brain to think in a way you won't get stopped in your process of always taking the next step towards an adventurous life. And that is pretty much the hardest part. And remember last episode when I said, and that pretty much starts with putting your phone away while taking a shit. That's pretty much it. You can pass the time by flipping through your phone or by taking a moment to look around and think, right, what difference does it make? When we turn off one stimuli, we unleash another. And when you tune into the moment, you begin to recognize the world around you and the true potential of your own mind. Whatever the future of technology may hold, the most adventurous life will have those that are most capable of tuning into themselves and harnessing the full power of their own minds.